Hello guys, welcome to the Alrasta channel to discuss and explain the exciting storyline of your favorite series, SwallowedStar episode 171. In the previous episode, Luo Feng, who had the courage to defend his rights to the planet Earth, found himself trapped in complex negotiations with King Yanzhu, who threatened the safety of billions of people on Earth. In a critical situation, Emperor Zhen Yan arrives to protect Luo Feng and fight against King Yanzhu and his followers. Despite a fierce battle in outer space, Luo Feng attempts to escape in his spacecraft, but is confronted by 6 immortal warriors. Emperor Zhen Yan fights against his enemies, and with his impressive strength, manages to influence the course of the battle. However, as the situation grows more dire, Yanzhu resorts to a greater threat by placing an immortal crystal capable of destroying Earth. As the situation becomes critical, reinforcements from the virtual company arrive to assist Luo Feng, but Yanzhu summons his father, Venerable Shi Huo, to demonstrate even greater power. After tense negotiations, Venerable Shi Huo realized the importance of Earth to Luo Feng and abandoned his plan to purchase it. At the end of the story, although the conflict seems resolved, there remains a mystery regarding what makes Earth so valuable in the eyes of these superpowered beings. So what is so special about this planet Earth, guys? Without further ado, let's dive right into the story. Located in the virtual universe, Juxing Bay is the place where Luo Feng and his 2 brothers will meet. During the meeting, Hong explains that the problem on Earth this time is not simple. Previously, when everyone on Earth was placed in Yanzhu's world ring, many of Hong's colleagues at the Huge Axe Dojo reported the incident to him through the virtual universe network. Since the issue was connected to both the Huge Axe Dojo and Earth, he investigated the matter. He discovered that there had been suspicious activity related to Venerable Shi Huo's visit to Earth. On the other hand, Luo Feng was surprised that Hong was able to obtain such information, considering that a big organization such as Huge Axe Dojo had very strict information management. However, Hong easily found out what activities a high-ranking official in his organization was engaged in. Before delving into the core of the issue, Hong inquired whether Venerable Shi Huo had caused any trouble for Luo Feng. Of course, this was not the case. It turned out that Hong had already predicted this because Venerable Shi Huo would not dare to cause any further trouble. Hearing this, Luo Feng concluded that this matter was related to Hong's involvement in resolving the issue. However, Hong denied it, and the real reason was due to a powerful figure within his organization named Void Goldmaster, who was willing to intervene in the matter Luo Feng was facing at the time. Hearing this, Lei Shen was shocked. Well, how could such a powerful figure be willing to intervene and help Luo Feng? Even Venerable Shi Huo had to obey him. However, before answering, Hong asked Luo Feng about the 52 tablets of chaos in Primal Chaos City, one of which was called the Sky Ruins Primal Chaos Tablet. Luo Feng explained that it was one of the 9 major ranks of the 52 Chaos Tablets. And of course, Luo Feng had also studied the 9 Drops of Rain Chaos Tablet, which ranked above the Sky Ruins Primal Chaos Tablet. Regarding the Sky Ruins Primal Chaos Tablet, Hong explained that its creator was the Void Goldmaster, a warrior at the Universe Master level, whose level was above that of a Universe Venerable. Hearing this, Lei Shen was shocked, his eyes widening in disbelief. How could his older brother Hong have a connection with such a powerful being? Hong's answer was brief. It was just luck. Lei Shen, hearing Hong's brief answer, grew furious. How could something as random as luck effortlessly connect to a powerful figure like the Void Goldmaster? Hong explained that the story began when Hong conquered Fantasy Ocean, also known as Fantasy Island. Hearing this, Luo Feng, who knew Hong's level of consciousness, knew that Hong must have achieved great results. Luo Feng became even more curious to know how far Hong had progressed in Fantasy Ocean. Hong explained that he had reached level 21 in Fantasy Ocean, but when he entered the 21st level, he failed at that stage. Upon hearing this, Lei Shen dismissed it, essentially believing that his older brother had failed the test and that the achievement was nothing special. Luo Feng then explained to Lei Shen that Hong had only failed at the final level. However, before continuing the story, I will explain what Fantasy Ocean is.
Only core members of the Secret Realm or core warriors from the 5 big organizations in the universe have the right to try Fantasy Ocean. This tests a person's consciousness and willpower. By training consciousness and willpower, one can break through barriers, which is crucial in battle and various other aspects. One will attempt to penetrate the Fantasy Ocean from the outermost layer to the innermost, which has 1 to 21 stages. And from stage 10 onwards, the pressure tested is equivalent to the power of an immortal. When entering stage 20 and above, the pressure tested is equivalent to the power of a universe venerable. Currently, with Hong's power still at the universe level and able to complete the Fantasy Ocean test up to stage 20, Luo Feng considers that an extraordinary achievement. Even Luo Feng, who was at the same level as Hong at the time, could only reach stage 9, and even then, he failed at that stage. Hearing this, Lei Shen was so shocked he turned to stone, guys. From that explanation, Hong's achievements caught the attention of the founder of the Huge Axe Dojo, who recruited Hong as his disciple. Hearing this, his 2 young brothers were shocked. It was known that the Huge Axe creator was a powerful figure among all human races. Of course, there were conditions that had to be met before becoming an official disciple of a warrior at the true god level. Hong explained that before he reached the immortal king level, the Huge Axe creator did not directly teach him. Therefore, for now, the Void Goldmaster will be guiding Hong. From now on, Hong will be the junior of Venerable Shi Huo. This is why Venerable Shi Huo behaves politely toward Luo Feng, who is the young brother of his junior disciple. Not only that, Hong, as a kind older brother, also recommended Lei Shen to receive guidance from Void Goldmaster. After hearing about Lei Shen's achievements from Hong, the Void Goldmaster became interested in Lei Shen. He even planned to arrange for his disciple to accept Lei Shen as his disciple. Hearing this, Lei Shen was overjoyed. With Hong becoming his master's uncle, Lei Shen worshipped Hong enthusiastically. The situation was so hilarious that all 3 of them burst into laughter. When the 3 of them fist-bumped for equality, Luo Feng felt grateful to his 2 older brothers for finally getting this golden opportunity. With the solidarity between sworn brothers, they would fight together to become stronger. Continuing the discussion of the core issue of their meeting, Luo Feng asked Hong why the venerables of the Huge Axe Dojo wanted to buy the earth and what was really going on. Hong explained that the consciousness or mental power he possessed was extremely special and very rare. Additionally, Luo Feng was considered a rare genius, and both of them originated from Earth during the same era. This was why the Huge Axe creator recognized that something special about Earth remained a mystery. After conducting his investigation, the Huge Axe creator uncovered a significant secret about Earth. It turned out that the Earth had been modified by a powerful race hundreds of millions of years ago. With Earth as the core, the surrounding area within a 1,000 light-year radius and countless planets were also slightly altered by that powerful entity. Therefore, Earth must remain within the solar system and cannot be moved. If moved, Earth would lose its uniqueness. And it is this uniqueness that has caused the creatures and spiritual energy on Earth to undergo a special evolution, granting them abilities and understanding far surpassing those of warriors on other planets. It is said that the renowned Flame God clan, known for their immense physical strength, was also created by this powerful entity. Even the Huge Axe creator holds this entity in the highest regard. Upon hearing about the Flame God clan, Luo Feng told his brother that he had once found a piece of metal on Earth, which turned out to be a training manual created by the Flame God clan. In fact, Luo Feng now knew that the clan was merely a creation of that powerful figure. So how powerful was this mysterious figure? Meanwhile, according to Hong's information, the Flame God clan has extraordinary physical strength. However, they are somewhat weak in terms of mental strength. Therefore, the creator modified the Earth and intended to place the human race on Earth with the aim of increasing their mental strength. From here, the creator was finally able to create the Flame God clan, which has perfect mental and physical strength. Creating such an elite race requires exceptional individuals, not just anyone. That's why many parties, such as the Huge Axe Dojo, desire a planet capable of producing geniuses like Luo Feng and Hong, who could provide a strong foundation for their organization's power in the future. After hearing this fact, Luofeng fell silent, feeling increasingly burdened by his responsibility as the owner of planet Earth, which was estimated to be priceless. The more valuable it was, the clearer it became that Luofeng would not be able to protect Earth with his current strength. Luofeng could only resign himself to his current situation while waiting for the outcome of the negotiations between Virtual Universe Company and Huge Axe Dojo.
赌场撤控的，当爸批完。
3 days later, in the virtual world, Luofeng was waiting for the arrival of Venerable Nine Swords at his residence. And of course, as a representative of the company, Venerable Nine Swords came to discuss matters concerning Earth. Earth, which was essentially located within the territory of the Qianwu Kingdom, was under the supervision of the Virtual Universe Company. Logically, as long as the company issued an order, the company could easily revoke Luofeng's rights as the owner of the Earth. However, the company decided to take the official route by purchasing the Earth from Luofeng. Here, Venerable Nine Swords presented 2 options for Luofeng to choose from. Long Yu also provided 2 lists of contract terms for Luofeng to select. Luofeng, upon reading the contract, felt despair because all the options in the contract forced him to sell the rights to Earth to the company. However, from the beginning, Luofeng had no safe option other than selling to the company. As explained by Long Yu, the first option allows Luofeng to sell the rights to Earth to the company and receive a fortune of 200 billion Hun Yuan. However, after that, all matters related to Earth will be fully managed by the Virtual Universe Company. Regarding Luofeng's promise to give one island to Venerable Undying, everything will automatically be handled by the company. To ensure Luofeng's safety, as it was deemed dangerous for him to directly carry 200 billion Hun Yuan, the company would conduct a 3-stage transaction, with payments made in accordance with Luofeng's power level until he reached the immortal stage. As for the second option, humans on Earth can still reside on land, but all ocean territories, including the airspace above the oceans, will be fully managed by the Virtual Universe Company. In this option, Luofeng will receive a total wealth of 50 billion Hun Yuan, with the transaction divided into 3 payment stages, similar to the first option. Of course, from this point forward, Luofeng must choose one of the 2 options. After much deliberation, Luofeng reluctantly chose the second option. Hearing this, Venerable Nine Swords was shocked by Luofeng's decision not to choose the first option, which would have earned him 150 billion Hun Yuan more than the second option. Even with that amount of wealth, it was enough to drive the strongest warriors in the entire universe crazy with desire. Venerable Nine Swords gave Luofeng the opportunity to reconsider his decision. Luofeng, however, remained firm in his resolve. He would not allow the people of Earth to be driven from their homeland. Even if he had to sell the planet to the company, as long as his people could remain on Earth, Luofeng's efforts would not have been in vain. Hearing this, the Venerable Nine Swords was impressed by Luofeng's resolve. If he were in Luofeng's position, the Venerable Nine Swords would have easily given up his hometown for such tempting wealth. Well, if Luofeng had chosen the first option, which planet would you move to, guys? Answer in the comments below. After signing the second option contract, Luofeng drank some wine to ease his worries. Shortly thereafter, Babata appeared to inform Luofeng that the Universal Galaxy Bank had sent a notification regarding a deposit of 5 million Hun Yuan, which was the first installment payment promised by the company. Upon hearing this news, Luofeng felt sadness and a sense of his own weakness. After experiencing the bitterness of conflict between 2 big organizations, Luofeng was still nothing in the eyes of the warriors at the universe venerable level. Even King Yanju at the immortal level, who had no special talents, was difficult for Luofeng to fight against. Luofeng, who was still drunk, was immediately slapped by Babata. Babata gave Luofeng some advice, saying that weakness itself was not a weakness, but surrendering to weakness, and one's circumstances was a mistake. Even the huge axe creator, or other peak existences in the universe, had all started out as weak beings, or zero to heroes. After hearing Babata's words of motivation, Luo Feng began to feel enthusiastic. What Luo Feng needed to do now was to keep moving forward and become stronger until he became a powerful existence in the universe. Luo Feng took out a metal fragment from the God Flame clan, and together with the soldier armor he possessed, this boosted his confidence to train even harder. Additionally, it was time for him to head to Primal Chaos City to deepen his understanding of the 9-universe Primal Chaos Tablet. In summary, Luo Feng, having mastered time-space scribbles in the 3rd volume, was finally forced to purchase the 4th volume. However, with the points Luo Feng had, it was still not enough to buy the 4th volume, which cost 1 million points. Shortly thereafter, a message arrived from the company offering Luo Feng a high-point mission with a reward of 2 million points at the Domain Master level. When Luo Feng looked at the mission details, Babata explained that there were 4 mission levels that Luo Feng had to complete, and each mission level had its own point reward. To proceed to the next level, Luo Feng must complete the mission to at least 80%. If he accumulates the rewards from each mission level, from the 1st to the 4th, he will receive a total of 1 million points. Additionally, if Luo Feng completes the 4th level mission to at least 80%, he would receive an extra 1 million points, totaling 2 million points. However, it is important to note that there are several conditions for undertaking this mission. Luo Feng must complete the mission alone, and must broadcast it live in real time to the virtual universe, which will evaluate his performance. The 1st level mission involves punishing 18 executive members of the slave trading organization known as the Flame Wind Organization. What is the Flame Wind Organization? Babata explained that the organization not only kept and tortured slaves, but also kidnapped weak citizens throughout the universe for power. They even went so far as to rent out these slaves to nobles who enjoyed torturing and killing them. Luo Feng, upon hearing this information from Babata, realized that the organization must be capable of such heinous acts because it is backed by a powerful figure in the universe. Even if someone in his own family were to commit such atrocities, as the family leader, Luo Feng would never forgive them. Babata clarified that this mission would grant Luo Feng complete authority to penalize 18 executives from the Flame Wind Organization. And for the future of the slaves under their control, everything depends on Luo Feng's decision. However, Luo Feng feels that there are no clear standards for evaluation in this mission, and achieving 80% completion will certainly not be easy. At this stage, Luo Feng must carry out this mission with careful consideration and the right steps. With Babata's AI expertise, she has already planned the best route for Luo Feng. The journey will begin with the planet Bass, which will take approximately 5 months plus 8 days. During this time, Luo Feng can focus on understanding the metal fragments from the Flame God clan. Of course, training and collecting points simultaneously will be highly effective for Luo Feng at this stage. Within his inner world, Luo Feng began to delve deeper into understanding the contents of the Flame God clan's metal. With every breath he took, golden energy slowly entered through his head and stomach, reaching every gene in his body. It was explained that in the universe, the evolution of genes in the body generally stops when a warrior reaches the level of World Master. However, thanks to the metal originally named the 9 Calamities Secret Tome, which, although incomplete, was able to transcend the laws of the universe and cause Luo Feng's body to evolve. Not only that, the metal could also form a vast universe within Luo Feng's inner world, along with the continuous evolution of his genes. However, if there is any failure in this training process, Luo Feng's body will be reduced to dust. Fortunately, as long as Luo Feng's life core remains intact, he will continue to resurrect. And after numerous attempts, Luo Feng finally mastered the 1st volume of the guide within the metal. Now, Luo Feng's physical strength has doubled, while the golden-horned behemoth's strength has increased by 1.5 times. Unfortunately, Luo Feng cannot find the 2nd piece of metal containing the next volume, even though the Luo family has explored the entire Earth. Could the fragment of metal be on another planet? Time will tell, guys. Not long after,
Babata informed them that they had arrived at their destination, the planet Bass. From this moment on, the virtual network of the universe was connected in real time, and all of Luo Feng's actions and activities would be recorded and monitored. And finally, the mission to wipe out the criminals on the planet Bass began. On the other side, on the mainland of the Bass planet, one of the huge wood tribe was harvesting flame grass rainbow from a tree. After that, several members of the huge wood tribe who had finished harvesting flame grass rainbow saw a surveillance drone from the Flame Wind organization patrolling the area. The arrival of the drone frightened some of the huge wood tribe, and they were distressed that their peace had been taken away. The exhaustion from harvesting the flame grass rainbow causes one of the girls in the tribe to fall. Not wanting to appear lazy in front of the surveillance drone, her father quickly helps her to her feet. Unfortunately, among the 5 people, there is a lot of empty space in the bamboo sack. With such a small harvest, their family is now in danger. Not long after, the 5 of them finally arrived at a small village inhabited entirely by the huge wood tribe. They gathered all of their flame grass rainbow harvest in one place. In the meantime, they spotted a spaceship getting ready to land. This caused all of the huge wood tribe in the village to run away in fear. Thereafter, several soldiers were seen coming out of the ship, one of whom ordered the chief of the huge wood tribe to come and meet him. The soldier complained to the chief that when counting last year's harvest, the flame grass rainbow that was handed over to his master Klaus was 30% short. As punishment, 30% of the huge wood tribe would be handed over and sold to outsiders. Could the huge wood tribe endure such suffering? But don't worry, guys. In the next episode, our MC will arrive as their savior. Alright, thank you for watching until the end, and don't forget to support this channel with likes, subscribe, and comments. That's all from me. Bye.